All right, we're live, buddy.
We are live.
We're going to give it a few minutes, let some folks join in. I do want to mention, y'all can't see this, but we're sitting down here at the landing in the Rolling Realtor studio. We decided we wanted a view for this episode, and we're out here in the parking lots, and our audience is decidedly duckish.
I was going to say foul, but maybe that doesn't give the right
foul.
Doesn't give the right impression. So
our audience is decidedly foul. We're going to dive right in, and you know the big topic is the market. Obviously,
that's front page.
That's the very first topic on our list. And one of the things that I mentioned when we started talking about doing this little live Facebook to open up season 6, Real Estate Geeks. Now, of course, we are doing a little bit opposite. Typically, when I say typically, the only season that we've done ended with our Facebook Live talk about the market, and we tested out the best donuts in Branson.
Tested the donuts, yes.
And of course, we determined that all the best donuts come from Branson.
There were some really good donuts that day, yes.
Memories. So this season, we're doing things a little bit different because we currently have some interesting things going on in the world that weren't even in the realm of thought. The notion didn't know anything like this was coming. Major cultural shift due to
don't think anyone planned this or was forecasting this.
No. So we're doing our live Facebook feed first. We're here in the Rolling Realtor studio. However, our next 5 episodes for our 6 episodes, season 2 of the Real Estate Geeks, will take place in a super secret location. We can't tell you yet. So that will be the new Realtor studio. It is not rolling.
Very stationary.
Very stationary, but very cool. It's going to be a great season, so you'll have to look forward to that and watch all
the suspense, the intrigue
episodes. Yes, but let me tell you, Face for Radio Productions has some big stuff in the works for season 2 of the Real Estate Geeks. We're starting the season now, opposite of season 1, doing our live Facebook feed today, because we felt that what's going on in the market right now is so time sensitive. We needed that information to be out there now. And I've got to tell you, we have a lot of realtor friends, and a lot of them have put out a lot of videos about what's going on in the market. And some of them are probably going to send me a little bit of, I'm not going to call it hate mail. I think maybe they're just going to disagree with me.
A critique, maybe.
Because I have heard a little bit of, the market is down, and we're not seeing sales where they were, and our year-over-years are lower, and I'm going to disagree. I'm going to go right on ahead, and I'm going to disagree. I'm not going to disagree that sales themselves, yes, are down on a national basis, but what I am going to disagree with is that the market is, I think this is a fantastic market for both buyers and sellers. And I'm going to point to a different set of statistics than I've been hearing. One of those statistics is inventory, and there's a statistics of months of inventory that's on the market right now. How many months of inventory do we have at our current sales rate when we run out of houses, all things being equal? 2 months ago in January, that number, we had about 5.6 months of inventory available on the market. Ken, you want to just throw it out there? What do you think it's at today, up or down?
Oh, I believe it is much less.
Yeah, it's actually less than half that. We have 2.5 months of inventory available on the market right now.
That's a pretty good swing in a short amount of time.
Now I'm mainly just hitting Taney and Stone County. We work a lot in Green Christian County, but it's not that market has a lot of folks that are putting a lot of information out about that market. I want to get information out about Taney and Stone County because I think when this market opens back up, I think it's just going to go nuts. People are going to want to be coming here. I think we might have one of the best tourist seasons on an average. Are we going to have as many tourists? Probably not, because our window is going to be shortened, but I do think that once we come to a point where we're going to reopen, I think that the average monthly number of tourists in town is going to go up year over year, because I think that so many people are going to want to come here, get out of the house, have that vacation.
Based on location, all that, I
spend
believe
some time
that's
with
true.
your family. So let's dig into this a little bit deeper. One of the big numbers I want to talk about is we're looking at closed sales from March of 2019 compared to March of 2020. And this, when I pulled this off of Trend Graphics, this report blew my mind. Now I'm focusing on a very specific market. I'm focusing on our primary price range. Most of the homes in this market are sold between about 125,000 to maybe 250,000, 200,000.
Popular range.
I think our average sale right now, I don't have this exact number, it hovers around, I think right now it's hovering around 180,000. In that range, we're down 38.5% in months of inventory. This time last year, we had 4.8 months of inventory, and we now have 2.5. That's a massive drop.
That is.
There's just not a lot of inventory out there.
No.
And one of the things that's exacerbating that, of course, is that there's not as many properties coming on the market. Folks are holding their homes off of the market for whatever reason. Much of it to do with coronavirus. They want to wait until that's over. I will say that if I talk to a seller today, I do have to encourage them to go ahead and get your home on the market, because there are plenty of buyers out there still looking, need a place to live, and we have buyers backed up we can't find a home for, which is a problem we've had for a long time, but it's just gotten worse.
And if they're out looking in this market, they're pretty serious.
I would say that they are very serious if they're out and looking in this market. So and I will say too that even the market as a whole, if you take all properties in all price ranges of all types, we're still down 15%. So even taking $1 million homes down to $50,000 condos.
Gotcha.
We're still down 15% year over year in inventory. So that's huge. So now let's look at number of homes on the market, which is another really good indicator, because we can also kind of extrapolate the number of buyers that are out there looking in given price ranges based on year over year how many properties are on the market.
Right.
This is another big drop. We have 150 thereabouts fewer homes on the market March 2020 than we did March 2019. 150 less homes.
With the number of people looking, that's a lot of property
That's
not there.
a lot of property not there for these buyers to look at.
Oh, yeah.
And we've seen that. We have a few clients right now that homes that we're going to list, but it will probably be, instead of the spring market, it will probably be a late summer, fall market.
True.
Which is a change for us, because right now this is typically the time when a lot of buyers are in town, and a lot of buyers, kids are getting out of school, and so that's a big push for folks to get out, and they want to buy a home over the summer, and they want to get moved in before the next school year starts. And then another one is we have a lot of folks that come here on vacation. They kind of combine home shopping with a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And so if they're not taking that vacation, they're also not here to home shop. And those folks are sometimes looking for a permanent home. Sometimes they're looking for a vacation home. But around here, it's pretty amazing to me. It's one of the things I love about this market is that we have folks that buy vacation homes in your kind of normal development subdivisions. They don't necessarily go and buy just a home in a specific vacation-only area. They'll buy a home in Branson, close to the lake, close to the things they want to do, but it'll just be a vacation home for them. They don't live there full-time. A lot of them, the plan might be to retire to that home in the future.
We see that a lot in this area.
Yeah, we see that a lot. So they'll buy a home, it'll be a second home for a few years, and then when they retire, they come and they move here permanently. Maybe they sell their home, where they're from, and they're going to move into that home and retire here permanently. So there's a lot of different reasons that people come here, but a lot of them combine it with a vacation. And so when kind of the vacation of it isn't happening, those buyers are not necessarily in the market. one of the things that we've seen is it's opened it up for a lot of our local folks are having an opportunity to purchase homes that might have been purchased kind of more in that section of the market.
True.
A lot of our local buyers are doing that, which I think is fantastic. But that's also keeping our prices stable, which is, we don't want to see prices go down. We do like to see prices go up, but if they're not going to go up, especially at a time like this, stability, a neutral market is extremely beneficial for everybody.
It's a good balance.
There's a good balance between buyers and sellers. That's always good. And again, prices, this is, another piece of kind of our statistics here, are staying stable. Month over month, so if we go February to March, they dropped about 6%. But year over year, March of last year, we're up 6%.
Really?
We are. And so based on a 6-month trend graphics, where we're pulling a lot of our information from, is going to say that's a neutral market. I think for sellers, that is a good thing. That balance is a good thing. We're getting stronger offers than we've seen somewhat in the past. There's a little bit more competition, but we're not necessarily seeing, a multi-offer situation every single day. Which I think is good. I think that's good for buyers. They're buying a good home for a good price right now, and sellers are getting a good price for a good home right now.
Very true.
So I think that balance is good for the market.
I think it's going to be interesting with the shift to see how, as you mentioned, the back-to-school market, with the addition of some of the folks that have been delayed, the end of season might be might be kind of wild.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I will say another thing that I find fascinating in the market as a whole is we have seen a delay of about 30 days. So typically we're seeing March take off.
Right.
And it's not a steady climb, it's a skyrocket. And we're seeing that delayed by about 30 days. And I think across the board, listings are taking about 30 days longer to sell. So our average days on market is up a little bit. Well, a little bit more than a little bit, about 30 days.
Because April's been very positive so far.
Yeah, April's been extremely positive. Lots of property going under contract. Lots of buyers are ready to buy. Again, I don't think it's going to be a rocket takeoff. I think it's going to be a steady climb, which is unusual for this market.
True.
I am going to predict, although this is just a gut feeling, I've been doing this for a long time, well over a decade, and I'm going to say that I think there's a very good chance we are going to see a skyrocket month. I think that month might be August. I think there's a very good chance we might see what we would consider normally March numbers hit in August. Because I think schools are going to go back by that time. And I think when that hits, I think a lot of buyers are going to say, I want to get this house bought before school starts.
Well, your timeline's going to create that funneling effect of when, and that's going to be.
I think that's where the funnel is going to come into play. Is going to be in August.
No, I agree. I think it's going to be a
lot of late year vacations. I think a lot of late year vacations could hit. So, yeah. Okay. That's our market analysis. Clear and concise, I'm sure, for everybody. So we're going to move on to our next topic, which is real estate news. This is going to be short. The Wall Street Journal, again, shameless plug. We love the Wall Street Journal. And I think it's one of the best sources for market-related and specifically real estate market-related news you can get. And over the last 3 months, the last quarter, I've had a lot of extra time to, read through the Wall Street Journal, do a lot of market research, and I had this pile of stories like, oh, this is fantastic information, and then March hit and it all went out the window. So I'm going to tell you what I think my favorite news is from the Wall Street Journal, and I'm just going to say this is real estate news just because I'm the one Facebook Live and I can do that. So my favorite story from the Wall Street Journal in the last quarter has been about this guy, about Tim Miller, the security guard at the Oklahoma Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City. And you need to look this guy up. Find the Twitter feed for the National Cowboy Museum. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's at NCWHM. So that's the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum, Oklahoma City. Okay?
Okay.
This guy, they closed the museum, and they told the security guard, we need you to be here and run security, but if you would, we want you to manage our social media account. Now, you just need to look Tim Miller up. The picture of this guy is the quintessential cowboy. He looks like he should be riding a horse through town, silver spurs and all. Everything about this guy to me is, I think, what makes this country great. Is that he's taking over this social media for the Oklahoma Cowboy Museum, shut down by the coronavirus, and his posts are fantastic.
Making it work out just fine.
And I want, I can't explain it. It's something I want you to call out. I want you to go to Twitter, and I want you to find at NCWHM. And from what I understand, I'm following him on Twitter, and I'm seeing his posts, and it blows my mind. It's hilarious. And I want to go. I've never been to this place. And I am in Oklahoma. And I want to go to the National Oklahoma Cowboy Museum, and I want to meet Tim Miller. I want to shake his hand, and I want to say thank you for being a great American. Because the stuff that he does, and you can read this story, it's in the Life and Arts section. It originally came out on March 31st. You can go to Wall Street Journal's website, you can read this story. You can probably just Google, Tim Miller, Cowboy Museum, he's going to come up. But the posts that he's doing are fantastic posts for what's going on in the country right now, which I think is fantastic. So that is what the news is that the security guard at the Cowboy Museum is running their Twitter feed right now, their social media feed right now, because they're closed. And I would never have followed the Cowboy Museum Twitter feed. That just does not interest me, except that Tim Miller is probably the best person to do social media right now, because everything that he posts is just it's informative, and it's just so purely, I want to give you some information to make you have a better day.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's fantastic, and I think that's what we need right now, and what's going on.
I agree.
So all of the questions we've been getting right now, of course, are, when is your winter special coming out? It's not winter anymore.
This is true.
So the winter special is about 50% done. And it's 50% done because we just can't do the other 50% right now. The people that we need to be involved to finish the winter special are social distancing. They're staying at home. They're quarantining, whatever. They're just staying out of the public, which is perfectly okay.
And as it's in the 70s today, it's a little less wintry than what we intended.
It is a little less. So we have decided an update on the winter special is hopefully over the summer we will finish taping, and it's going to be our fall special. And if it's not our fall special, I guess it'll be our winter 2020 special. When it comes down to it, it's our special, and we'll finish it when we're ready.
Will there be food involved?
There will be food involved, yes.
I will be at this event.
Well, you're required to be there. You have several scenes that you will have to take.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
We weren't going to leave you out of it.
Oh, well, good.
I mean, it was considered, but the production office said no.
Oh, well,
So,
good.
Face Radio Production said no, the two people involved.
Thank you to the people in production.
The board voted, and
I'm pouring out my heart and soul here for my craft of theater. I stretched that a little bit. Never mind. Carry on.
So, we will finish taping, and we will have that hopefully in the fall. It's going to be hilarious. It will also provide you with some fantastic information about Branson that you just can't miss. It
will be informative.
It will be informative. Last and final topic, and this may end up being our shortest Facebook live video ever. But final topic is we're going to talk a little bit about season 2. So season 2, we're still gonna do 5 episodes, 6 episodes total. This is episode 1. Episodes 2 through 6. We're taping right now, and those will be posted beginning May 25th, and we're gonna post a video a day for a week. We're not gonna do it over a normal 6-week period like we did season 1. We're going to let you binge watch Real Estate Geeks. Aren't you excited?
It's going to be wonderful.
It's going to be fantastic, I think. So we're taping those. They will go into editing, and then we'll get them posted beginning May 25th. The whole week of May 25th, we will have a video a day that we'll post, and you can catch up on what's going on with Real Estate Geeks. And I will say what we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on remodeling and the value of your home. We're going to hit on what's a kitchen remodel, what is a bathroom remodel. We're going to hit on exterior remodels. And so we're going to hit on these different projects. Master bathroom remodel is the other one, and master bedroom remodel. So that we've seen people tackling during the shutdown. Ken's tackled some projects. I've been tackling some projects, and it was something that we said, we should talk about this, because I think that a lot of folks are doing remodeling during this, and I think you folks probably want to know what really is the value of this once I do this remodel, because you might be thinking towards a sale in the near future. This is something that I need to get done in my house, which I think is great.
Oh, yeah.
I love remodeling. We do some flip houses every once in a while. We love doing that. Take a house, gut it out, and make it something new.
Well, in general, I think it's interesting that a lot of folks have ideas in mind, and sometimes your projects are very small, and sometimes they can be quite lengthy. And it's just kind of interesting to get some outside information to kind of help those decisions.
What is that $50,000 kitchen actually worth when you're done with it? I would like to have a $50,000. I do not have a $50,000 kitchen.
No.
I would like to have one.
I think it'd be cool.
I think that'd be fantastic. But if you have one that you've done a remodel on,
or if you're thinking of doing one,
or if you're thinking of doing one, this will give you some good information on what that's going to be worth in this market, and we're going to talk a little bit about the broader range of things. So that's all we have for today.
That's it.
I'm glad you guys could join us. And watch out, May 25th. We'll have the remaining episodes of Season 2. And you can geek out with us talking about real estate.
It'll be exciting.
It will be exciting. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Go play in the sunshine.